gonna take Kamani on a ride. She needs to go out and get worked. She is overweight and it's getting cold, so she's gonna go back to free feeding at home soon. But she's so overweight that her withers are now, they have fat on them. She really kind of had like a narrow neck up until the summer, and now she's getting really chunky and crusty. So we are gonna take her on a ride. All right, we're going to, come on. We're gonna attempt this. I've never ridden Kamani on this road. Avalon's already freaking out just for the 15 minutes that it took me to groom and tack Kamani up. So that makes me a little nervous because Avalon has gone through the barbed wire fence before, once before. We don't know what caused it or why she did it. She's all healed from that. And I'm a little nervous just because this is a 17% upgrade hill and it's gravel, so it's very, very steep. There's a lot of blind quarters and a lot of people go fast to get up the hill. And I do want Kamani road broke, where I could literally go throw like a 7 or 8-year-old on her and be like, hey, go ride on this road and you're going to be safe. Obviously, I'm not going to be doing that, but you get the gist of how safe I want her. I'm nervous because of other people. You don't know how they're going to drive, how they're going to react. I don't know how she's going to react with blind corners. And I just hope Avalon settles down and doesn't get herself hurt. I'm also in shorts, not feeling the best, but it's a nice cool day and I want to take advantage of it because this one needs to lose weight anyway. If all goes to plan, we're going up to the lake. We're halfway up already where we're at. Yeah, so I'm not sure when I'll film. I'm going to try and get some clips, but my main priority is going to be focusing on her because when she jumps, she does like to jump and spin and bolt the opposite way instead of just jumping. I'll film what I can. It's going to be hard to get out of the gate with the one coming up beside us over here. No, I'm probably not going to film this first corner because there are a couple big livestock guardian dogs and some sheep and stuff. And even when the girls were in the pasture that's right here in front of me, and still to this day, they've been here a few months, they still freak out at that. So riding right beside it, I'm sure, isn't going to be this one's favorite. We're actually on the corner I said I wasn't going to film. And she's doing pretty good. She's looking, but she's not doing anything nasty. The good thing with her is she is spooky. She will jump and bolt, but she does not, knock on wood, she doesn't buck. She doesn't rear. She doesn't rear and flip. She just typically turns real quick and spooks the other way. Sounds like we have a car coming. I'm kind of in the middle of the road intentionally. So I'm going to move her over to the side and we're going to see how this goes. Hopefully they'll see me and slow down. I was in the middle of the road, just on the corners. I'm trying to stay on the middle of the road. And so far, she's doing fantastic. So we just passed that house. That was a little ironic to me because, okay, so when I stopped filming, she got sticky-footed, didn't want to move. Didn't want to move, was just staring the dogs down like she was going to bolt. So I kind of like braced my seat a little bit. But I typically, when she does that, I like try to get a tight grip on the reins, and I decided to try something different this time, and I leaned forward with both hands and rubbed on her like that. That seemed to help, but what was funny about it is when the dogs stopped chasing her and stopped barking up and down the fence is when she spooked. They literally turned and went the other way, stopped barking, stopped growling, everything, and then she jumped and spooked. And it's like, seriously. So I'm going to ask her to trot.
Fight the urge to stay the same. I got my hand out, won't you reach for me? Try to save you, but you're asleep. Darling, wake up and look at me. Everything they told you is make-believe. I won't make you wonder if I'm real. Darling, wake up, I'll never leave.
So she wants to try to go back to Avalon and throw a little bit of a fit. I'm gonna work her. She sees a runner. And if she wants to be nice and quiet, then I'll let her just walk and trot. You know, she does. The whole point of this is exercise, so there's gonna be some sweating involved. This lake is so gorgeous. I'm not going to tell you guys the location of this lake just because my horses are up here and the owners of the property would like privacy. So if you know where I'm at, please don't spoil it in the comments and say where I'm at. That view is just mwah. The horse rider in me would love to gallop across this, but as you can see, there is a ton of rocks. It's got a lot of holes. We walked our dogs through there. It's not the best place. So that kind of sucks because there weren't all the rocks and holes. That would be so fun to run across. Doing great so far. She's had a few baby moments. There was a truck with 2 kayaks hanging out the back tailgate that she was sure she was going to die from, and she attempted to bolt. So I just kind of sat deep a little bit to get my seating ready, and I was going to let her just to kind of see how reactive she was going to be. And I'm wondering if me sitting deep kind of reassured her like it does when I ask her to stop with my seat, because she sidestepped a step or two and she felt a little tense, but now she's doing great. There are trails to ride through here that people walk through, but I think I'm just going to stick with the road for today and just go to the water, let her see the water, and then head straight back. And then another day before I move them home, I'll come up and ride the trails. And I just want this time, her first time being up here, to be a good experience. Hey, come on, look, we could do a jump. She's like, yeah, right, Mom. We are almost to the loading docks, but I didn't think she had realized it was a lake, and now she's realizing it's a lake. There's a few times I asked her to side pass over, and she thought I was asking her to turn around, so she was so happy to turn around completely. And I had to tell her, no, I'm just looking for a few steps. She says, Mom, those people throwing those things in the water are very suspicious, and I don't want to go forward. People are fishing. And she was like, what the heck? I know. I wish somebody had been with me to film that, because she freaked out about the people fishing. It took like 5 minutes to get her past. They weren't even casting. They kept their lines in the water so they wouldn't spook her. Somebody with a puppy, who's clearly never seen a horse, started freaking out. The puppy started freaking out. Then Kamani started trying to run away. And the lady literally had to pick up this like big half-grown pit bull puppy so we could pass. And then what does she do? She spins and freaks out at a tree stump. How do I know it's a tree stump? Because the minute I got her next to it, she took off running and started snorting. But we're at the water. Kamani. Hey, there's water. Do you want to go in the water? Come on. Come on. You want to go see the water? Your face. Come on. You want to go in the water? She's like, no. Go see the water. I wish I had some shoes to take her in there. Oh, come on. Come on. There. It's a big puddle. You're not gonna like swimming, are you? Go on. There. Oh. Go that way. You're not gonna die, I promise. There's people on the dock. She's like, what the heck? Come on.
I shut my eyes and fell for you.
There you go. Yeah, go play in the water.
Thought you'd catch me, but you didn't, did you? Twisted pictures in my head, running circles, echo everything you said.
Just don't roll with my saddle, please.
And I can't go home, but I can't stay here. Really thought you'd come around in your Chevy, shifting gears. You called me king.
There, all 4 feet.
Now you say I'm crazy.
And you don't want to. I don't think.
Well, which is it? Make up your mind.
Too cold to go swimming out away, huh, Mama? That was random. So the lady that works here at the park just came up and said that they pass my horses every day. And they've been calling Kamani Ghost Dog because she looks like a ghost. And she took some pictures of us, and pretty much we talked for a minute, and they want to be able to pet them through the fence. So I told them they could pet them through the fence.
Get crazy. Don't waste my time.
was very interesting.
All
You,
the
Tyler,
pretty
should we head
lights,
back?
but in the end, what was
Let's head back.
real?
I just want to say, please socialize your dogs. I know not everybody has access to somebody with a horse to desensitize their dog, socialize their dog to a horse. At first, I was very understanding of the lady picking up her pit bull puppy. And again, nothing against pit bulls. I love pit bulls. I've had pit bulls. But I realized the more that I was at the water, she's laughing. Her dog's hair is up. He's growling or she's growling, freaking out. This is a puppy. I understand why she picked her dog up for us to pass, because she couldn't handle it. She couldn't control it, and it's a puppy. But the more that I went back and watched footage of Kamani playing and splashing in the water, the more that I kind of paid attention and realized that every single time her puppy growled and had its hair up and was freaking out, she was laughing. This is why dog breeds get a bad reputation. This is why horses and dogs both get hurt in these types of situations. Luckily, she had hers on a leash. But yeah, let me just say that because that's insane. I just now realized she was laughing when her dog was growling. I think I noticed it for like a second, but I didn't realize it was the entire time that I was up there. Yeah, socialize your dogs. That's not funny. Something majorly bad can happen to the point where either the dog or the horse or even the people in the situation have to go to the hospital. So to me, it wasn't funny. Didn't ruin my experience. I had a blast with Kamani. We're on our way back now. It's just really, really bad that people think it's hilarious that their dog is so frightened of something that they've never seen that it wants to growl, have its hair up, and be scared or be aggressive. However, whichever way you want to look at it, some dogs growl when they're scared. Some dogs growl when they want to be aggressive towards something. Because any other time her dog wasn't growling, she wasn't laughing. No hands. She has been great. She had another vehicle pass her with like 4 or 5 kayaks on it, and she's literally shaking her head up and down yes with the truck, like she was trying to size it up or something. The most thing that she spooked at was the puppy and the fishing poles, which she just kind of jumped to the side and got a little tense where you could kind of feel her starting to shake a little bit because she wanted to run, but I wasn't going to let her run in that situation. And then the biggest thing she is freaked out at is a frickin' tree stump. The park ranger that came over and loved on Kamani, I am fine with that. It's just please ask next time. She literally walked up to me like I was in trouble. And I'm like, oh, am I not supposed to be here? I've seen other horses here before. You know, that sort of thing. She goes, no, you're fine to be here, but this looks like the horse that I always see. And I'm like, huh? And she goes, always up here? And I'm like, she's never been up here before. She's on one of the properties on the way up. She goes, oh, that's what I meant. Because I was like so confused for a minute, like who is bringing my horse to the lake without my permission? But no, she literally walks up and just grabs Kamani and starts hugging her. And come on. Thank you for slowing down. Hugging her and loving on her and just going, wow, she's thick, she's pretty, she's a cute pony. And I'm like, she's actually, I think she is 15 hands, so she's technically not a pony. Either way, that doesn't matter. But my whole point across this, look at that view. My whole point across that is like, it's just like a dog or somebody's baby. You don't just walk up and grab, you ask. Got that view.
But I've never been on top of this world. With one look you want, girl. White Adidas on bare feet. T-shirt hiding your two-piece. Angel make the makeup. Wake I could only make it. Never have I ever. Oh, I've never seen something like you. Seen something like you.
I have to laugh at her so hard right now. So we are almost back to the property. And she just realized that. So she stopped and started screaming to Avalon. Continued on a few steps. Stopped. Started screaming. You think she would just keep walking to go home to Avalon. Instead, she's stopping and whinnying. I wonder if she's like, hey, Sissy, there's beautiful views up here and a big old puddle to play in. Come on, let's go. We're just gotta go around that corner and then you'll be back, sweetie. Oh, so it's about 5:27, so probably by the time we get to the gate, 5:30. So it took an hour and 10 minutes, which I am perfectly content with. I'm happy to just have a long, leisurely ride with her with some long trotting and some cantering. And after a little bit, she actually opened up and wasn't as stiff. Literally, we cantered up the road, and Avalon was cantering. And the minute I go to film, she slows down. Like, are you serious? I was hoping to get that on camera. All right, we're going to give her some of her Purina Outlast strain. That just helps with ulcers. Honestly, I thought she'd be way more sweaty. She's barely warm. That was a long ride, and you're not even toasty, and we did lots of trots.